Ladies, gentlemen, and those in between, please welcome Stuart Archibald van Skalkwyk van der Westhuizen Mhlapulo Taylor. It's so nice to see you again. Welcome back, man.
Thank you, my friend. It's been too long.
You were part of my stand-in series, and I mean, it was amazing to have somebody like you by my side for a show.
It was lovely. It was lovely. It was a dream come true. You know, after that, I nearly retired from public life. I was on a Carl Wastie show as a co-host. For a full 55 minutes.
It was amazing. She was, and you did that for free.
I did do it for free. I didn't know it was for free at the time. I thought I'm going to get that KFM dollars.
I'm sorry, brother. Just
that KFM paper, but no, alas, I got 4 publicity pictures out of it.
That's
which
correct.
was amazing.
Ruth is amazing,
With
the way
she creates, she's amazing.
With any luck, you might get more today.
Ooh.
Yes.
Okay, then I'm going to get my smile on. I should have brushed my hair.
I would love to say the same thing, but okay. But I've heard of, you've been not under the radar, but I haven't heard a show of yours in Cape Town for a while. Where have you been?
I've been out, man. I've been producing things outside of Cape Town. It was a big comedy festival I was producing last year and some television projects.
Nice.
Not with me in front of camera, with me behind the camera, because I get to do both sides of things. So that was lekker. I like to kind of juggle those two. You know what I mean? It's a different kind of creation. And then last year when I finished that project, I was like, nah, I need to get back on stage. And I went to Makanda and I wrote a show and it debuted there, and it did very well, and it's been traveling around the country, and now I'm finally bringing it home.
I'm happy. This begins on the 3rd of March, Baxter Theatre, Odd Man Out.
That's the show.
We have to unpack Odd Man Out, because when you are an odd man out, it's like you've identified that something's happening in your life that's making you odd. What is this thing?
Listen, man, I'm just an acute understander of human nature. That's my thing. And I realize we are all odd men out. Carl, I've got teenage sons. I am the uncoolest person I once again feel like the uncool kid. Because growing up, I was the odd man out when I was growing up. I wasn't cool enough to be with the cool kids, but also thankfully I wasn't weird enough to be with the weird kids. So I was somewhere there, just on my own, not sure, doing magic tricks while my friends were out at clubs, like always the oddball over there. And now I'm back in that space.
Okay.
With teenage boys, being the odd man out. They speak a language I don't understand. My wife, we've been married for 20 years. She says things I don't understand. I'm just there.
Oh my word.
Floating through this world.
So I have a 14-year-old, and I'm telling you now that it's interesting, because I think that he's very, very good at not making me feel like I'm not cool.
It's coming.
So I think
one day it'll come. Where you just you know what it is. It's like they just wake up one day, then they somehow have a jawline, man.
That's what's happening now.
Yeah, you wake up, you got a jawline and a playlist.
Yes, and you know what? The headphones are on all the way to the house.
Completely.
Oh my word, this is so.
My brother's just one AirPod in.
Yes,
that's his standard. One AirPod in. I don't even know if he's playing anything.
And that's the thing. And then also just in terms of like the one-liners you get, it used to be like, Daddy, it's not like that anymore. Now you get like one-liners, and also the voice broke.
Bro.
Yes.
Bro. What the
So I'm like,
it's not that serious, bro.
Pack the dishwasher. Yeah. Like,
bro.
What was that?
And also like their language, like I feel bad because I speak for a living, and I've realized I don't have that great a command of the language, actually. So I said to them the other day, they're in the study and their sweet papers are everywhere.
Yes.
They've been eating sweets. I was like, yo, my boy, pick up your papers. Go and pick up your papers in the study. He's like, what are you talking about, bro? What do you mean? I was like, pick up the papers. He's like, papers in the, what? And I was like, the sweet papers. Oh, you mean rappers? Yeah, let me get the rappers.
Did you not like clap back and say, no, I'm not talking about the Tupac
I'm not
and
talking
Biggie.
about Tupac and Biggie. Just pick up your papers, boy.
Yeah, no.
So the show is pretty much for everyone who kind of from time to time feels like the odd man out.
That is brilliant. And it's obviously just from that experience, of being that person who is... It's amazing how your life came full circle. Like, you used to be the odd man out when you're growing up, and now you're back there again.
I don't think I ever left.
Oh, come on. No, because...
No, I think everyone at some point, we all just feel it. At some point, you're going to feel it.
I need to ask, though, at their school, do they not know that their daddy is Stuart Taylor? Like, there's got to be some respect on your name there. Not even with the governing body asking you, like... Hi, Stuart, we're doing a school fundraiser and we are looking
They maybe find it's a bit odd that I always have the mic over there and I'm making some announcements, but they And the pennies dropped yet.
Not at all.
Not at all.
Nothing.
It's like,
Oh dear, I'm so sorry. Oh man, but can I tell you, it's just I don't think we will ever be cool dads, no matter how cool your occupation is.
Exactly.
It's never going to be enough, and because there's always going to be some broccoli-haired person on their timeline that's
There you
going
go.
to overshadow you.
Exactly.
And that's the reality. And that person's going to be mumble rapping, and you're going to be as articulate as you can because you want to be a good father. And you want, and then there's a and then they understand it. And I don't understand how they understand. Like, and
you
then
feel my pain.
I feel this.
I feel like this is a therapy session
Dude,
right
this
now.
is actually why I called you. All right, I wanted you to just someone to talk to, because the thing is, I don't. You know, another thing I don't understand is that, you know, when there's a mumble rapper on, okay,
Yeah.
and I'd like to think that, no, see, my son has got good depth, but I can also just see some of the more commercial 14-year-old coming out in him, even though I know that he's one of a kind, special individual. But I'm saying that when you hear the mumble rap thing, now I am not hearing anything that this person says. All I'm hearing is, oh, and there's always that scream at the end. And then all of a sudden at the back seat, you hear bar. And I'm like, no, tell me what was the bar? What did they say? Because if you say bar, it means that person has just said something that's really clever.
Yes.
I heard someone eating.
Yes. It sounds like chewing.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm so happy you're here.
You're welcome.
I almost laid back now and spoke about more of my troubles. But you know, it's a beautiful thing to acknowledge, because so next year I will be 40 next year.
Will you? Oh, hey, welcome.
Welcome to the dinner. And
it's a liquor space to be. It's great. Listen, that takes getting used to. You know, when you feel a draft. You feel a draft for the first time. I think that's when you go, oh, something changed in me. You know, when you catch yourself saying those words, close the window, there's a draft. Just that's when you cross the Rubicon.
You know, I just recovered from a calf injury, and like everybody's like, "Oh, a calf strain," and I was limping, and they thought that I fell downstairs, and I have to say I was skipping.
You were skipping.
I was
Brother,
skipping.
when you injure yourself because you yawn. That's what's waiting for you in your 40s.
Are you serious?
You sneeze too hard.
No.
Ooh, you sneeze too hard. You got to go and lie down.
I'm not ready
for that. You got a
for
lower
that.
back injury after the sneeze.
I would not like that. Please, no. This is why you're wondering why I jump into boxes. I don't want this to be me.
Okay.
All right. The idea is to not be the box, but jump on the box. Thank you so much. But thank you. This is really. I feel really good. I feel like it's.
This is the thing about speaking to stand-ups. I think you walk away there going, my life is not so bad, eh?
No, it's not. It isn't, though. And I think there's more themes that to come out of it at Odd Man Out. I think that you also there's so much material for you, not only for family, but I think you personally getting a little bit older and talking about that. I just wanted to acknowledge something very quickly. Producer Beatrice, it's time. But I just wanted to acknowledge the fact that you've spent so much time delivering in this industry, and I want you to know that doesn't go without appreciation. You are a sensational individual, and I've always respected you, and I will continue to do so for long after. And I just wanted to say that yesterday I didn't send you the customary WhatsApp. And I'm going to make up for that. So if you look behind you, I want you to explain what you see.
Oh, wow.
Happy birthday for yesterday, Stuart Taylor.
Thank you. This is amazing.
I got you a cake.
You got me a cake.
I did.
That is the sweetest thing.
And
I'm not just talking about the cake. Wow.
That's for you. I just want to say happiest of birthdays.
I wish you could see my face right now.
Yes, I know. That's the problem with radio, hey? But it's to describe. This is the same face that Stuart pulled when they said load shedding was suspended. That's the only way I can describe it. That's how it is. But no, seriously, I
they both had to do with candles.
Yes, indeed. The one situation you have to light them, other one blow them out. But yeah, just
this is the sweetest thing ever. Thank you so much, guys.
You're welcome. It's also a bribe to help you get involved with a little unpop with us later. Is that okay?
I'm down.
Right.
Here we go.
Yes, here we go. I know you've never been a part of this one, but time to share our unpops. Let's get it off our chest, gentlemen. And, it's your turn soon if you want to get in. Before we get there, can I just play a couple of things? Now, earlier, you and I were chatting about having, teenagers and how we're not cool ever. We'll never be cool. This is the response to that, by the way. Take a listen.
Look here, you start talking about 14-year-olds. I have a 12-year-old girl. And I must listen to things like Riz and Skibidi Toilet and Alpha Beta. And I don't even know what's going on. And then when I try and say those words, and I get a duck bombastic side eye. So, bruh, we all there.
Bruh.
We all there.
Bruh.
Ducks there or not, we all there.
Isn't that like a mark that someone as a teenager now
does,
say?
yeah.
Where everybody becomes bruh.
Bruh.
Hey,
It's not that serious, bro. It's not that serious, bro.
My 4-year-old does that.
Yeah, they starting
No,
younger
they're
and
starting
younger.
younger now.
Young,
Okay,
man.
it's a 4-year-old girl, 4-year-old boy.
4-year-old boy.
Oh, yeah, I was like, hey, maybe it's the girls that are maturing quicker.
There was another one.
You guys have me in hysterics. Try being perimenopausal with teenagers. Now you got to deal with your hormones and your kids. Oh my lord, you guys have it so easy, so easy.
I'm so sorry. No, you're right. That's perspective right there. We need
It
to have
is,
that, eh?
it
That's
is.
that's okay. Sure. All right. I don't know who's going to go first. In fact, you know what? I want you to listen to producer Beatrice go first with our unpop. All right.
Okay, I'll go
Are,
first.
are you
Please,
sure?
thanks for.
Because you are. I'm
Winging
gonna,
it, yeah,
I'm gonna
on the
wing
spot.
it right there. Come.
You know, just because you've got a fancy job title, you know, in those signatures they put in your email, you know, you're the head of whatever, it doesn't make you smarter than me. Like, stay in your lane, because what I find is people with these fancy job titles, they want to come to you for advice normally. And then I just want to go, that's like above my pay grade. Like,
yeah.
no. Hou jou fancy job title, gaan doen jou werk, dis waarvoor jy betaal word. Don't.
I want to say though, sometimes a fancy job title is just that. It's a fancy job title. I had a friend who's a dishwasher at one of the restaurants.
Yes.
He used to say, I'm a hydroceramic engineer. So, you know, a fancy title, schmancy title, man.
See?
I love that.
That's the best job title ever.
Sure. We should get that guy in for what do you do?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yo, please. Yo. Producer Ashley, would you like to share?
Okay. I am of the opinion
Yes, sir.
that Cape Townians,
Yeah.
especially on the road, are the most nosiest people you can get. Besides rubbernecking.
Yes.
When you stand at the robot
Yeah.
and someone's phone rings and it's on Bluetooth, but it's the car next to you, and you
Yeah,
hear
yeah.
prr, prr, and the car next to him roll down his window
Yes.
to hear what the conversation is.
Yeah.
So I'm of the opinion that Cape Townians are the most nosiest.
Listen, if you want to have your Bluetooth that loud, then you must be prepared for some eavesdropping over here.
It's gonna
You
happen.
put your call in my space. Yes, I did roll my window down to listen properly, but also I want to get the right story, man.
Yeah.
I want to hear half the story.
Mr. Taylor.
An unpopular opinion. Listen,
Yes.
you know loaf of bread. What do you call the end of a loaf of bread? The korsie.
The
korsie,
Yes,
yes.
right. Okay,
Yes.
we're on the same page. I do believe that the korsie is the best part of a loaf of bread. I feel like it'll withstand anything. Ruth, you giving me a look. If your butter is frozen,
Yes.
you will break bread. A
Yeah.
korsie cannot break. Man.
Yes.
A korsie's got all the carbs in it.
You know what? I could not agree more. You know, growing up, and I think this is relatable for anybody who was sent to the shop.
Yeah.
The corsie became fair game for us on the way back. So you'd buy yourself a packet of chips. Like I bought these chips called shooters. I don't know if
Right.
you remember them. And you put the shooters between the two corsies and you have a nice meal on
So
the way
your
back.
family thought you were buying korsie-less bread.
That's correct. It was like a fancy bread. They thought, like, how did you get that for $5.50 at the shop?
Meanwhile,
Yes, exactly.
korsie was
but
taken.
the corsie is so true, and it's so resilient.
It is.
It can match up to. It doesn't even absorb soup and get like
Nothing.
It
It's-
just it absorbs it.
It's
Soup just
harder
rolls
than
off.
a rusk. It's more filling than a bowl of soup. A korsie for the win, man.
I think
Don't
that's-
sleep on a korsie.
Yo,
It also lasts longer than the rest of the bread.
that's so true.
Yes. It's the pesticides in that korsie that keeps it fresh.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but all of that saturation in the corsie, I just that's amazing. Think about it. You know what? A corsie is the resilience of this country. This is why our anthem starts with it.
Yeah.
And korsie.
I just start singing the anthem now. In my head.
At the next rugby game,
Yeah.
we are all going to think of this moment. my friend.
You know what? I'm so sweating. Okay, this is why we are here. I'm afraid, you know what? The problem is I want to play some other unpops that have come through, but I have to play this blind, Petrus.
I know, but you haven't given yours.
Oh, my one is very, very simple. I didn't want to top the Corsi one at all. It won't. I just think, mine is personally, I don't think, and this is just a personal thing, I don't think that the flyers that you ever get stuck into your car or ever give it to you at a traffic light will ever work. It doesn't work. I think it's just literally people spending money on their marketing. But when last have you kept and read and utilized a flyer given to you in your car?
I find that it makes for a good firelighter. I asked for a couple more. I said, give me a few more. Give me a whole batch, man. Especially in winter. I smart to take a flyer. You mustn't take the ones that plastic coated.
Because the ink.
Yeah. But the paper ones, you let it cure in your garage. You scrunch it together like that. It make a liquor bliss.
Because I have a pack of flyers in my car. And I can literally, so that they don't give me another one, I literally give them.
That's smart.
So to be like, so one of them is a gym one. I got one a couple of days ago, and I literally flashed it, and it's like, oh, okay, you have one. It was perfect. So I think pro tip: keep flyers in your car, and then whenever you can swap and
swap.
But
Recycle your
firelighters. No, man. Oh dear. I don't know what I'm doing here, but I'm going blind here.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Look here, whatever you hear now, because usually we have to listen to these first, but whatever you hear does not constitute the opinions of KFM 94.5, nor Stuart Taylor, nor anybody else.
Unless it's funny. Then we completely approve.
I know the youngsters also, they like to say, instead of saying you are mad or anything, they will tell you, it's not that deep, bruh.
Oh, yeah.
It's not that deep.
Yeah, this is the person commenting on us, trying to decipher certain languages. That's crazy. I'm wondering if I should play another one here. Oh, dear.
Wastie, take Mr. Taylor off your show now. The korsie is not the best part of the bread, please. Take this man off the airwaves. No.
A Corsi hater.
So he doesn't like Corsi.
Corsi hater.
Jeebus. That's not even patriotic if you think about what we've said here today.
That is a man that only eats sourdough bread. I can tell. He's got a sourdough
He
bread.
probably has
bread.
the whole starter. He did the whole starter kit.
Yeah.
He saw Bertha grow
Exactly.
and like Instagram and all
got
that.
it handed down to him from an ancestor.
He's probably that guy that actually always retains that little plastic thing that keeps that little bag of the
Yes.
bread going. He probably is the only one
Keeps
that actually
one.
finds that.
Keeps that one.
Doesn't make a knot like all of us because we lose that thing in the first go. What
The
if
other one is just the spin and tuck. You spin a bread and you tuck it.
That's it.
No need for that little bit of plastic.
Hi guys, I had such a laugh now
Yes.
because of this korsie. Many a fights broke out in our home when my mom made homemade bread, and everyone wanted that korsie because it was the best thing ever.
And if your mom made
Corsi
homemade
for the
bread, why wouldn't you just make a loaf of
A loaf of Corsi. If you leave it in the oven for a little bit longer, it's a Corsi loaf.
Oh no.
A korsie met een jampie op Aha, love it.
The korsie wins today.
He got the memo.
Oh my word. It's just I'm playing these blind, so whatever comes out, comes out.
'n vriend van my se ma se praat na
Ooh, I just heard a master something. I don't know what the rest. Can you listen
It's
to that later?
Afrikaans. Yeah, I'll listen to it. Yeah,
Thank
and
you
it's
so
plus
much.
it's Afrikaans. So.
Thank you, word.
Nah, the korsie is the best, yeah, the best. And sometimes you get that bread whereby the korsie is kind of sliced also, man. Then you get that thin part of the korsie. That tastes lekker. It almost tastes like a Simba chapio. That part.
The Corsi of a Corsi.
Yes, the korsie
Corsi squared.
Yo.
Apparently, it's not an unpopular opinion.
No,
it's quite a popular
I
opinion.
feel like you've broken the boundaries. I think that this needs to be honestly. This needs to be in your show. Oh, goodness. All right. Thank you for not a single person had their own opinion. They were just like applauding the corsi. That's how it goes. Oh, man, that was fantastic. Sorry, what? All right. Anyway, we're going to pick somebody who has a corsi comment and we're going to send you to Stuart's show.
Lovely. But bring bread.
He just wants the corsi.
Bring the corsi.
Stuart Taylor, oh man, you've been remarkable. Odd Man Out, that is out on the 3rd of March to the 8th of March. Baxter Theatre tickets and web tickets. Go get yours now. And what a pleasure it was to have you, my friend.
The Flash Drive with Carl Wastie. KFN 94.5.